Forgot about the microphone.
Yeah, no worries.
How we doing? I thought there'd be more media here.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably out for the Aldo fight, I'd imagine. Nobody wants to miss that.
Absolutely. I guess the real media fans are in here.
Hell yeah, let's go.
So first question is, there seemed to be a lot of criticism online of you. And
how is it now?
You've silenced it. Well, I mean,
ain't shit, huh?
We're going to put this out, and it's going to add to silencing. What are your thoughts?
Man, I try to tell people, like, I'm the most inconsistent guy in the world. So if you want to, like, lay what I say on, like, or like, if you want to base your opinion off of, like, my worst moments, good luck. But, like, you're going to end up like Vitor Petrino. Like, I'm a big fan of that guy. But, like, when I'm on, and like my mindset is where it needs to be, and I'm focused, and I'm like 100% committed, and I have a full camp, and I'm uninjured, good fucking luck. Like I'm just on. I'm just on right now. Like my last fight, not so much. But you know, I had zero camp, a tough weight cut, short notice. Like it is what it is. Like you can't. I don't know. Everyone's so like biased, you know, like recency bias. Like I don't know. It's just not where my skill set is, you know? And I said it over and over and over. Like, yeah, I get it. He's big and strong. He looks great on a beach. I've never seen anybody bench press their way out of a fucking ass kicking. Not one time. It's never happened. And I'm a big fan of him. I really am. He's going to be really, really good. I can tell he's got the physical tools and the gifts. He was way faster than I thought he was going to be. So I was a little bit frantic for like a second, like kind of shocked at how quick he was. But, you know, like we made adjustments to that stuff, and I've been fixing the little things in my game. And it's just been at 35 years old, you can still get better. And I think DC said it on the broadcast earlier, like your mid-30s, like maybe that's like your new prime. Like you're as smart as you're ever going to be, and you're not quite, depending on who you are, you're not quite to that spot where you start falling off. Speed falls off just a little bit, but at 205, it doesn't matter.
So do you think you perform better when everybody throws hate at you? Because it was almost like yesterday in your ceremonial weigh-in, you were like in villain mode. There's no smiles, and you're just...
I can't explain it. I've been in just this weird spot. Like, I just don't even... Like, typically, fight day, I take like this real long hot shower, and I'm like, I shave, and I cut my hair, and it's like, I have like these traditions, or like this schedule, you know? I kind of do the same thing over and over and over, every single fight. And like this week, I just didn't care. I changed my walkout song just to a Jelly Roll song, just because I like Jelly Roll and I like the song. Like typically I'd have been like, I don't know, I got to keep Return to the Mac. Like, I don't even care. Like I changed my short color because my wife's favorite color is green. That's the only reason. Like I'm just done with all the weird shit, you know. And I don't know. I'm just super focused today, super dialed in. Like I don't know. I think at a certain point I'm like trying to recreate success in the past. So like, if I felt this way before a fight, but it went really well, then I would try to recreate that. Like, I just be in the moment, and I just feel how I feel, and I just go with it, you know? And that's how I was today.
Last one from me. What can we expect from your future? Who do you want to fight, or where do you see your career going?
Man, I wasn't lying when I said I haven't looked forward. I haven't looked ahead at all. I haven't thought about the future or what's next or anything like that. I'm just taking it one at a time, and I really haven't, like, Sunday didn't exist until after this fight, so I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't even know who's out there. I haven't been paying attention to anything. Like, I've been hyper focused on this fight. Not even Vitor Petrino. I was just worried about myself. I didn't think about him really one time the entire camp. Just about myself getting better and making sure that I gave max effort. That was the deal I made with Scott Morton. That was the deal I made. Max effort, one at a time. So I'm going to give it all. I didn't even know if I'd fight again after this. It was max effort for this fight. And once we're in the back after it, some of it's down to fate. But like, I put my effort into it, gave everything I had in training camp, and then we reevaluate afterwards. So now we're in this reevaluation stage. So we'll see what it looks like after that. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
For someone who's not looking into the future very much, you certainly did in our pre-fight interview. You said that you were hoping you would get the submission in Rio de Janeiro. How did it feel to get it in the first round, man?
Well, I kind of owed a little bit of that to Dustin Poirier for even putting it into my head. You know, Dustin was talking, I worked the event in Miami, and he was talking about how he hadn't had any guillotine finishes, but he jumps it all the time. You know, what did he say? You miss every guillotine, you don't jump. So,
gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, so he got me thinking while we were there, like, man, I don't think I have any guillotine finishes. So like, it's been a joke. Like, obviously Cody Brundage is one of my training partners. I think he's famous for jumping 9,000 guillotines and getting 0 of them. So shout out Cody, I love you. It's just kidding. But so the thing in the gym is always like, don't be Cody, like don't be jumping guillotines. But I've been hitting him a lot in practice, and I don't know, I just felt like maybe with the way he wrestled and his kind of inexperience that he may leave his neck out there. To his credit, I wasn't really going for it initially. It was more just to get in front of his shoulders to defend the takedown. And I thought if I attacked his neck, he'd pull his head out, and I was going to bang his ass up with a big elbow when he came up. But he just buried his head deeper. So all right, I'll cinch it tighter. And then he lifted. Once you lift on a guillotine like that, you're cooked.
Now, looking towards the future, there is a little bit of social media buzz. Alex Pereira mentioned that he would put up $50K for a grappling match against you. How would you feel about that?
$50K? I'll take his $50K.
Very confident. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
I'll take Alex Pereira's $50K. What's up, brother? You've had a come up. You've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry I missed the beginning. So
you're fine.
Yeah. So I just want to know, first, were you surprised that he stayed that long in the guillotine? He was just sitting there for a while until you got it.
No, I mean, it's his inexperience. Like, some of that is like you kind of cinch it a little bit, but you don't really squeeze. Like, that's that high level transition when I said that there's levels to this game. I think a lower level guy would have jumped the guillotine and started squeezing right away. You got to get your grip right first. So as soon as he let me kind of get my grip a little bit tighter. I wasn't actually squeezing yet. So I was using it to defend the takedown, and I was just making sure that I had my grip where I needed it. Like, at first it was kind of down low on his neck a little bit, like kind of where his chest was. But as he was trying to get to the takedown, I just keep working it around, and then I start working it to the middle of his throat, and then he lifted. So I don't think he thought he was in a lot of danger until it was too late.
You're always very vocal, very open about pressure and all that. But you said this week that you didn't want to end your career without winning in Brazil.
Yeah.
Why that? You know that Brazil has a whole history with the MMA, but why was it so special for you to come back here to Brazil, a place you fought twice already? Against a young guy, some people saw this as a matchup that they trying to use it to
build him.
Yeah.
We got to remember, I started my UFC career in Brazil, and then I blew my knee, and then got cut, had to battle my way back, and then I went 8 in a row in the regional scene to get back. Then I finally was able to get I got a little bit of steam. Then I fought Thiago Santos in Belém, and that was like the turning point in my career, because that was my last fight at 185. That was my first bonus. Like, I have a lot of personal history here in Brazil, and I'm a Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner first. I always have been. Everyone else has pegged me as a striker, and I'm not. I've always been a grappler. I've always been a jiu-jitsu guy. I've been with the same jiu-jitsu coach from day one, from white belt through black belt. And like, jiu-jitsu is such an important part of my life, and it's jiu-jitsu and MMA in general, but have afforded me a life that I shouldn't have. I shouldn't be here today. I didn't graduate high school. I had nothing going for me. I was working in factories and construction jobs trying to make this dream work. Like, jiu-jitsu is I'm most proud of my black belt. Like, take away the bonuses, the wins, the title shot, everything I've done in my career is below my jiu-jitsu black belt. And so, you know, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is it's so rich in history here in Brazil. Like, it's a big deal to get a submission win in Brazil. Like, I can check that box on my bucket list, and I can stop worrying about it.
I mean, you get a lot of crap online, and no matter what you say.
It's because I'm honest.
Yeah.
It's because I'm honest. Like, when you show your true self, people out there get uncomfortable because they're so used to hiding who they actually are and what their actual feelings are that they get uncomfortable when someone has the balls and the courage to tell you exactly who they are and what's inside their heart. And that's what makes people uncomfortable. And I continue to urge people to be that person. Being the one that just shows people what they want to see, this Instagram, Twitter life that is perfect, that everybody sees online. like it's so fake and it's so bad for the world and like everyone's mental health, because like these kids and these young adults that are struggling in life see this fake bullshit online all the time, and they think that that's how other people are living. That's not the truth. I will sit up here and tell you that life is fucked up sometimes, and it sucks. And I'm totally fine with being honest. And I don't hang out with fighters. I don't hang out with athletes, so I don't give a shit about hurting their feelings. I'm going to be honest about my analysis. I'm probably the most critical analyst out there, and the reason people get upset is because I'm still competing. I say the same shit DC says a lot of time. He gets absolutely zero shit for it, and I get a bunch. But it's because I'm still the one that makes that walk. And I think that makes me more courageous, because I'm still the one who has to float around in these gyms and train with these guys all the time. And I'll still say the same shit, and I'll walk right in that goddamn gym. And if you got a problem with it, you have every opportunity to do something about it. But I stand by what I say every time.
Was there any moment that you would just like regret doing this, like being an analyst? It's still just, okay, just wait there until I end my career to continue doing
No, I love it. I love being an analyst. Because this is what I do, like with my friends. Like, me and my coaches and my friends just hang out and we just talk about fights. Like, why would I not do that and get paid for it and do it on the highest stage possible? Like, yeah, I don't know. I've never regretted it, ever. But again, I don't hang out with fighters. I don't hang out with athletes. I don't hang out with celebrities. I hang out with regular ass people. And so I go to work, I do my thing, and then I go home to my regular ass life. And so like, I don't have to see these people every day, if I'm being honest.
You got nearly 60 fights already in MMA. What do you think needs to happen for you to get the credit you feel you deserve?
I don't think I will while I'm still here. I think that what happens with the people that are so beloved in our sport, I don't think you realize what you have until it's gone. So I think once other people try to recreate what I've done and the longevity, like, I'm the only guy with over 50 fights in the UFC that's in the rankings. Like, that is so hard to do. I'm the only guy, the only one on the entire roster, worldwide. It's got over 50 fights and still ranked. Until someone else tries to do it, and I'm done and gone, and I'm sitting up there eating potato chips and drinking beer with DC, like, I don't think it'll be appreciated until someone else tries to do it.
And you almost didn't win this fight because Bruce Buffer announced.
I know. I feel really bad for Buffer because I know how serious and how much he loves his job and how like professional he is, and he's really hard on himself. If anybody does, like, if you don't know Bruce Buffer, know anything about him or done any research, like, me and Bruce are friends. Like, we work together a lot. So he takes his job so serious. Like, he takes it to the heart. Like, he puts his heart and soul into this job. And so I feel bad that he's probably bummed out about it. So I hope that if like Bruce sees this, or I hope I get to talk to him after. I'm good with it. People make mistakes. It's no big deal. Like, I just hope he's not beating himself up too bad about it.
And what's next for you?
I don't know. I really don't know. We'll have to just talk to Mick Maynard and we'll see. I'm not giving the cookie cutter answer. Like, I genuinely don't know. I have no idea.
Is there any name that you would like to say? Like, if the UFC just says whoever you want, who's that?
I don't know. Maybe Ryan Spann again?
Why?
I'm just kidding. I'll leave Ryan Spann alone. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even have a name, to be honest. I really haven't thought about it.
Yeah. Just a fun one. Alex Pereira just said in an interview this week in Brazil that he put up a challenge. You talk about his grappling.
Yeah.
He said it was like what
do you say? Like, Alex Pereira said he would put up 50K.
Yeah, it's like rules.
But I could start on his back.
Yeah.
I could start on his back, hooks in.
And you have 5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes to finish him, and he wants to put 50K up for it.
Yeah.
I'll take his 50K.
Yeah.
I'll take his money.
Yeah. How do you finish him?
If I start on his back, I'll choke the shit out of him.
Yeah.
100%.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there, Anthony. Just a few.
Holy shit, where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
There we go. Where at?
Oshawa, Ontario. It's like a bit outside Toronto.
My man, I love Toronto, by the way. Toronto's a lot of fun. Anyway, sorry.
No, yeah, no worries at all, man. I guess I'm just curious because we've been kind of talking about your longevity individually, as Guilherme kind of outlined there. I feel like sometimes the discourse in the sport talks about like light heavyweight and heavyweight as having kind of like longer shelf lives, but your longevity is unique in and of itself. Like, what do you attribute to that?
I don't know. I think some of it I'm just kind of lucky. Like, I haven't had any like really devastating injuries up to this point, and some of it is just try hard. You know, like when I'm willing to adapt. to my age. I'm willing to adapt to things changing a little bit. Like even down to the little things. Like my hand speed is still there. My reaction time is still good. I don't get out as quick as I get in. Like I think that's the biggest difference is like having to adjust to like I can step really, really deep on a combination. When I was younger, I could get out quicker. And now as I'm getting a little bit older, like that time is just slowing down a little bit. So I've had to adjust to that and like figure out ways that we can work around that. And it seemed to work this time. I was able to get in and get out pretty quick. So I don't think he punched me in the face at all. So just little things like that. Like I'm willing to make those adjustments. Some of it's my ego. Like I can check my ego and just let my coaches say, hey, you kind of suck at this. And then we just fix it, you know?
And you were talking about how there was some firsts in this fight, and as far as like the nature of the finish and trying out like new music, but like a lot of the commentary was also focusing on, I guess, like the hyper refinement of the basics in the jab. Like, was there a certain confluence of those two things that worked here, like kind of going with like what works, but also being free and adaptable or open to try new things, I suppose?
Yeah. Sometimes, so like me and Chris Gutierrez have this thing in the gym when I'm in Denver where, you know, like Mark will say, okay, we're going to work on our jab, right? And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, yeah, same old jab, like same shit, right? And then you kind of tune it out. Or like Scotty, when I'm at home, will be like, all right, we're gonna work on hip escapes. I'm like, in 17 years, how many hip escapes do you think I've done drilling? You know, thousands and hundreds of thousands of hip escapes, right? So I just kind of tune it out and I just go through the motions. I think the biggest change is like really tuning in when I want to check out. So Chris Gutierrez and I, like, when I look over at him and I'll see like this glossed over look where he's looking, and he's like present, but he's not really taking it in. So like he'll hit me or I'll hit him and say, fucking check in, motherfucker. And we'll have like, all right, we got to like make sure we're paying attention to the small things, you know, like, because those make the biggest difference at the highest level. Like I see Vitor Petrino's right hand twitching every time he's waiting on the jab, but there's not the tell anymore that there used to be. So now he's bouncing his hand over and over because he's expecting this tell that he's seeing on tape that's not there anymore. So like fixing that little shit makes a big difference.
And I guess another question I had, because I seem to recall you talking in the media day about like how you're in the hotel and you're seeing the beach and it's like, oh, I'd love to get out there. It's like, do you have a little bit extra time to be here and kind of experience a little bit of that while you're in Rio, like hit up the beach and all?
Tomorrow. So I don't leave until tomorrow night. So I get to hang out during the day tomorrow and just relax on the beach and hang out. And like I got my best friend here with me. I got my, Scotty and Danny are two of my closest friends. Like we've gone all over the world together, like for years. And like it'd be fun just to sit on the beach and just take it in and enjoy ourselves. I'm really excited about that part. But I'm also really excited that it's just tomorrow, because then I want to get home to my kids. I really miss my kids and my wife. I miss her too. I really do. But I really miss my kids because I can't, like, they're busy and they're all over the place. My 2-year-old, like, we get on FaceTime and it's just like we spend 10 minutes telling each other that we love each other, because it's not like we have a real conversation and interact too much, So I miss my kids and I miss my wife, and I just want to go home. I moved into a new house on Monday and left for here on Tuesday. So my poor wife has been unpacking this entire house by herself. So I'm excited to get home and enjoy my new house and just hang out.
Yeah, I got to get back to Bisbing and Harrington and the lads too, eh?
I know, I got to get back to them. Right before I walked, Bisbing sent me a message and I got super, super hyped, right? But like, I was turning my phone off because it was playing music in the locker room, and I just looked and it was a message from Bisbing. And usually I don't read text or anything, but I was like, you got to read a text from Michael Bisbing right before you fight, right? And I got super juiced up. So I can't wait to get back on the podcast and hang with my bros.
Appreciate the insights, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
With your new house.
Thank you.
There was some retirement talks about you, like from fans and some analysis. There was some truth to these retirement talks. Like, there was any chance that you, with another loss, you would think about retiring from the sport?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think it was performance based. I don't think it's about wins and losses at this point. I'm not even concerned with wins and losses anymore. I want to have good performances. Had I gone out there and I was slow and I wasn't reacting and I wasn't able to do anything, then maybe we have a tough conversation. But from right now, it's performance based. Did it look like I should retire? Did it look okay? I felt sharp. I felt good. I felt super present. I felt present in there. Like I was really, I don't know, I've never felt like I felt in there tonight. It was different.
You told us during your press conference this week that you were very anxious to finally get the W in Brazil.
Yeah.
How happy are you?
I'm so happy. I'm so, like, I don't know, I was saying earlier, like Brazil's so rich in history with mixed martial arts, and it's been a big part of my life, just part of my history. I'm just happy to get one. You know, I came back here and I came back here, and like now we finally got one. I can drop it now, because that's kind of been the story. Like Anthony doesn't win in Brazil. Now we can't say that anymore.
And how I was scrolling through Twitter after the fight, and I was reading some fan comments saying that Petrino made a white belt mistake during the double leg, and you just...
Oh, so now Petrino's now it's not I'm good. Now Petrino was never that good. That's how this shit goes. That's how this shit goes. He did make a white belt mistake, though. To be fair, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. But that's what I said. There's levels to this shit. There's levels to this. Like, you can be big and strong all you want. That doesn't do you any good in a fight. Like it gives you about this much advantage, and the rest it'll cover your ass this much. You got to cover the rest. So he did. He made a white belt mistake, but I'm a black belt. Like, that's his fault. That's not my fault.
I was reading those comments, and it's funny because Petrino is indicated like a new prospect on the division. Mm-hmm. He was 5-0 until this point. Mm-hmm. Do you think this loss will hurt his momentum?
No, not at all. I do think it's funny how if you go back to all the comments and stuff before the fight, he was going to knock me out. Go look at my Instagram. Start reading through the comments. He's going to knock you out. He's going to smoke you. CTE Anthony. Like he didn't even punch me in the face, like at all. Like it drives me crazy how like I know fans are mad because I said they're stupid at the media day. They're stupid. You guys are idiots. Like half of them don't know what they're looking at. But in terms of him, I told him after the fight, like, you are great, you're incredible, you're going to be just fine. If he's any good at all, he's going to end his career with 5 or 6 losses, and I'm just happy to be one of them. I think he's got a long career. I think he's going to be super successful. He's 26 years old. You know what I was doing at 26? I don't know, but it wasn't being what he is. He's way ahead of me when I was 26. So he'll be just fine, and he learned a valuable lesson. He learned a valuable lesson. It's just at a shitty time. And I suspect you're not going to see him get guillotined like that anymore. Like, but that's the difference in the experience level. Like, he made 9 mistakes before we got to there. And he'll learn, and he'll fix it, and he'll be just fine.
And to wrap this up, do you have any projections to returning to the octagon? Like,
no, I don't know. You know, I'm going to take the summer with my kids. You know, I was just telling my wife last night, like, I want to just pack us up and just go somewhere. So I might go, I don't know, maybe I'll just pack them up as soon as school's out. We'll go check out Laguna, and I don't know, I'm going to take them somewhere cool a couple times, I'm sure, and we'll figure it out after that. But I want to take the summer with my wife and kids for sure.
Priorities first. As a father, I understand.
Priorities first, 100%.
As a father, I understand.
They deserve it. They deserve it. I've been gone a long time. I'm home on the weekends, but I've been gone 8 weeks, you know, and 4 of those weeks I was gone all week, and then I had to work the desk one time, and then one time and then I had a wedding, and then I had volleyball tournaments, and I'm going to my kids. Like, I've been gone, and they deserve my attention now.
Thank you, sir. Congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
I got a final question for you. It's about the Alex Pereira, I guess, grappling competition. How long have you been a black belt, and why do you say his black belt is fraudulent?
Whose black belt is fraudulent? Did I say his black belt's fraudulent?
You didn't say it directly, but you said, do you guys think he's a black belt? So it was like implied.
Scotty, how long have I been a black belt?
Next year will be 6 years.
Almost 6 years. Next year will be 6 years. So we getting my second stripe soon? Yeah, let's go. I don't know what I meant when I said that. I would never call anybody's black belt fraudulent. Maybe I meant, I don't know. Like, I don't believe that Alex Pereira is probably like a high-level black belt in the gi. Like, I don't think he's probably like crazy competitive, like in a IBJJF like format. But I would never call anybody's jiu-jitsu black belt fraudulent. Like he's probably put the time in, and if it's from Glover to Shera, I got a tough time really arguing with that too much. I think there's levels to black belts, you know what I mean? But I would respect his black belt just like I would anybody else's.
And can we expect a date? Because if he's really putting out 50,000, you accept it.
Yeah, whenever.
UFC could do it.
Yeah, whenever.
Invitational.
Whenever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And again, congrats.
Thank you very much. Where are you from?
Eu sou do Brasil, do Rio de Janeiro.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Damn, he's hiding.
Yeah,
He's been Brazilian this whole time.
Brazilian
That's crazy.
the whole time.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.